Ready?
Yep.
They're noisy. Hey, it's Rob. I've always been fascinated with the idea of growing mushrooms. Either sort of, I was tempted to do something trying to do it in the forest, but we don't have much in downtown Toronto. So I did a little research, and there's a company out in Vancouver called Grow Mushrooms Canada, and they ship blocks of sort of ready to grow mushrooms. It's a combination of, I think, sawdust and wood chips with the mushroom sort of pre-grown a little bit in it. So all you really have to do is bring it here, put it in a moist environment, cut an opening, and wait for the mushrooms to grow. So we've done one. And the mushrooms, if you've been watching our Instagram feed, it's been amazing to watch how quickly they grow from these little teeny tiny little nubbins to a full mushroom. I think today is the day to harvest, and I think I may have waited one day too late or so. But live and learn, because it's growing wild things. So here's where I've been growing them, and you sort of grow them under a plastic tent to keep up the humidity. And I think from what I'm understanding now, it's probably a little bit too bright over in this corner, even though we're far away from the garage door. So I may try a different location next time around. But here we go. Yeah, let's take this over all together. There we go, there's the block. Okay, so let me put this here. And we'll just put this down here. And as I suspected, I waited too long, because you can see the bottom of this pan is all covered in white spores, and you can see the spores just popping out here. So that means it's gone to spore. It's still perfectly fine to eat. It's just gone a little bit past the ideal picking time. So I should have picked them yesterday, but we were busy making bread, so let's go ahead. There we are, yes. Now, I'm gonna get a nice sharp paring knife. Actually, I'm gonna get a slightly larger, I'm gonna get my nice sharp vegetable knife. So it's looking pretty good. And I think that the trick to these, from what I gather, is to simply cut the whole cluster off the block. As you can see down here, there's one that's sort of going down below the block. So I want to be sure to cut them all together. Ooh, squeaky. And there we go. There's a whole cluster. This is the whole cluster of mushrooms. I don't know what the plural group for mushrooms is, but this is it. They're really beautiful. Yeah, they've gone just a little bit past prime. They've started to fold over a little bit, but I'm sure that they're going to cook up beautifully.
And your hands are bigger than mine.
Yeah, this is a big cluster. I have big hands.
Do you feel like a proud mushroom dad?
Here we go, mushroom harvest. Well, actually, I've never grown anything edible before, so yes, this is a bit of a first. And apparently, this is the first bloom. I will hopefully, if we leave this sort of stump intact, apparently I will get a second burst coming out of this stump. And then I can also, I think the instructions are to tape up this side, open a hole on this side, and we'll get a cluster or two out of the other side.
Very cool.
So we should have a good ongoing harvest with this. So I'm going to pop these into the fridge right now, and tomorrow when we have a moment, we're going to try a fun recipe to cook the mushrooms.
What are we making?
We are going to make one of our favorite recipe or dishes from
Terroni.
We're going to make one of our favorite dishes from a local restaurant called Terroni, one of our favorite places. And it's like every time we go in there, we always order the same thing. And that's Funghi Assoluti. And that's mushrooms. Not sure what assoluti means, but the way that they do them is they bake them in their pizza ovens. They sort of lightly crust them with Panko crust and bake them in the pizza oven. And that's what we're going to do, and put it on a nice little bed of arugula. And it's a delicious recipe. So we'll get to that later.
All right. Time for some B-roll.
Yeah. Cut some mushrooms. Nice cluster. Rolling. Are you ready? Oh, that looks nice.
Please don't put these at the edge.
We don't need.
I don't think so.
Should I grate a little Parmesan in there?
You could, yeah. You want to grate or do you want to shave?
Homegrown Funghi Assoluti. Do you want just the bowl as the still?
Yeah.
Or do you want
We're
some
gonna test
cutlery?
What do you think, Rob?
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Looks pretty good, right?
Homemade Funghi Assoluti.
It's our favorite.
Homegrown Funghi Assoluti.
You couldn't be more homemade. Shall we try?
Sure. And whenever we go to Terroni, we always share the Funghi Assoluti because they have a nice healthy portion. And that leaves room for pizza and pasta. Oh, Crunch City.
The mushroom's delicious. It's very,
Taste.
it's nice and nutty, actually.
Oh, the mushroom is tender, a little nutty, a little sweet.
We grew mushrooms.
We did. Who knew? And no, they're not magic mushrooms. They're just regular blue oysters, although they didn't really go blue, but we'll keep working on that. That is delicious. It calls for a drink.
Cheers. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, I give it the
Thumbs up.
thumbs up. Yeah.
Mushrooms galore.
So
Yummy.
I think that's it for the video.
That's it.
Okay.